everybody, what's happening? This is Sammy the Thrifty Brewer coming at you for another Homebrew Wednesday. So happy Homebrew Wednesday for Wednesday, November the 13th, 2013. What's been going on? Well, last week I mentioned that I got a siphon clamp from people, Ed and Andy's, and I want to stand corrected. I personally want to thank and give a big shout out to Greg Power. Greg, you crazy Irish bastard. Thanks so much, mate. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me, brother. It really does. I mean, thank you so much for sending that over my way. I did use it on the weekend, and it worked a bloody champ. It worked awesome. So it worked fantastically well, and I really do appreciate it. No more worrying about the siphon hose going all over the place. Yeah, it worked great. So thank you very much. So it was not from Ed and Andy. Ed and Andy were the facilitators who sent it to me through eBay, which Greg ordered through eBay Canada. They sent it to me, so Greg Power, again, mate, thank you so much. I will put a link to his YouTube channel down below in the comments section. So yeah, thanks so much, Greg. Again, really appreciate it, brother. Thank you. I got a couple brews on the go here, actually. As you can see behind me, right here is my Nut Brown Ale. And that was essentially a really easy kit and kilo. It was the Black Rock Brewing Company Nut Brown Ale kit with a kilogram of light malt extract and liquid, and then 500 grams of golden brown sugar. No hop additions, no nothing. I decided to keep it really, really simple with this one. I wanted to go for something a little bit more sessionable because the Pandora's Box is a little heavy, and pumpkin ale being sort of a flavor beer is looking for something a little bit more of the norm, a little bit more malty in that regard. So that was essentially, starting gravity is 1.056, so it should finish off quite nicely. It's currently bubbling away, sitting at about 20.5 degrees Celsius, and it's just doing its thing. Behind me here, I was able to rack the Christmas Ale as well as my Green Bullet IPA in the secondary. Now the Green Bullet IPA finished off really, really quick, like within a week, which was great. The Christmas Ale finished off, well, it took another gravity reading, and it's currently sitting at 7.5% ABV, so it's going to be a nice big beer. I plan on bottling that this weekend, not going to keg it. Going to do a full bottle condition on that. Hopefully you got enough age on it, just a little bit of age on it in time for Christmas, hopefully. But yeah, the Green Bullet's going to go straight into the keg once I get the pumpkin cleared, because the stepfather and I put a bit of a dent in that this weekend. And speaking of pumpkin ales, this is it here. So that cleared up quite nicely with the gelatin. It's okay. You can definitely get the aroma of the pumpkin and the spices off of it, off the nose, but I mean, it's more of an ale. There's not much residual taste, which really wasn't what I was going for. So next time I'm going to add more pumpkin and more spice to it for the boil. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's home brewing. You live, you learn. You make things up as you go sometimes. And yeah, so I think next time with 3 cans of pumpkin that are baked at 354 an hour with the Demerara sugar, instead of adding just 1 teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons, and hopefully that shouldn't overpower too much, because it's very faint off the nose, but I mean, it's still quite tasty and still quite sessionable. In fact, when I was bottling some of this off the keg last night, and Brad Alford, you know all about this, mate, because you responded to my Facebook comment, what do you do with the overflow? And you drink it or you toss it, and I chose to drink it, so add a little bit overflowing in the bucket, based simply on the fact that I couldn't get the regulator dialed in. That also, when the bottles were warm, so I'm going to rinse those out with cool water after sanitization, and that should hopefully help it the next time. So tonight's plan, I'm going to label up some bottles, and I want to direct everybody. This is my Thrifty Brewer tip, if you will. www.avery.com. Avery's a huge label maker, whatever. They do labels for everything. They do labels for DVDs, CDs, you know, shipping labels, address labels. If you go to www.avery.com, I'll put a link below, again, in the comment section down below, and you log in, you create an account. It's all free. You can do everything online. And I'm pretty sure the template I used was a 5164 address label. And this is the final result. So This is for the Drunken Pumpkin Ale. So yeah, it basically allows you to upload any images you want. There's a whole different pile of fonts you can use. But as you can see, this is sort of perfect for me in terms of what I'm going to be using for labels. And the best part is, it's free. So Thrifty approved, if you will. So I'm going to be labeling some bottles of the Drunken Pumpkin as well as some of the Pandora's Box. And this is the label for the Pandora's Box. And I couldn't go with a naked woman, you know, because, you know, the wife and the girls will be a little distraught about that, if you will. And that's really essentially all that I have going on. Like I said, I still got some Pandora's Box in the keg. I've got about 12 bottles set aside to age out for next year. And then I've got about 6, 7, 8 of the Drunken Pumpkin. Now granted, the Drunken Pumpkin didn't bottle the way that I wanted it to. There's levels are really off and really askew. So I'm probably going to only going to save, oh, you know, piss on. I'll probably save all of them in there. And, you know, there's a couple there for giveaways and whatnot. So the plan, yeah, this weekend is to, once the pumpkin ale kicks the keg, I'm going to be putting that into the keg. The green bullet will be going into the keg, and then the Christmas ale, which turned out wicked, actually. It tastes amazing. It's got a lovely forward cherry flavor with some really interesting spice notes on the backside. And it's really, really good. And at 7.5%, that's definitely going to, you know, after a couple, you're definitely going to be on Santa's naughty list, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's really all that I have. I'm going to be hopefully moving Lucille out of the basement this weekend with the help of my wife. Don't know if I'm going to tape it or not. There may be some swearing and some profanity. But that is what it is. The joys of homebrewing and the joys of living where we live and doing what we do, I suppose. So that's really about it. Oh, no, there isn't. There's one more thing. And this is not, I'm not going to deal with it tonight. But one of our neighbors, actually, works at Muskoka Cottage Brewery. Good friend of his wife is a very good friend of my wife. His name's Jake, and Jake was good enough to give me a mystery bottle. And he says, I want you to guess what I am. So I got this on the 6th of November, and I've just sort of thrown some tape on it to remind me. So I may do a Beer Fun Friday on it. Now the color is sort of like an amber looking color, but it's hard to tell with the bottle. But he wants me to guess what it is. So I may do that on the Beer Fun Friday video if I can remember, if I'm not too silly after that crazy week at work. And I'll post my findings on YouTube and let him know to subscribe, and maybe get some local breweries interested in sort of what we do as brew tubers and whatnot. So again, I want to thank all of my subscribers, new subscribers, new, old, people that are taking the time to watch the videos. Like I said, you don't have to subscribe to the channel. Love it if you would. But honestly, I do honestly really appreciate the time you guys take to watch and, you know, comment, and whether they be good or bad, and thumb them up or thumb them down, whatever you want to do, to comment and take the time to watch the videos, because it's a lot of fun. I mean, I really look forward to Wednesdays. I don't do this on Tuesdays. I do this on Wednesday when I get home from work, because it's quiet at the house. The wife has the girls skating, so I got about 2 hours to carve out a video, edit it, and then upload it usually Wednesday night, so it's viewable on Thursdays. But you guys all know that, those of you who subscribe and tune in and watch me every week. Yeah, so that's all that I have, everybody. Again, thanks sincerely from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to watch and liking and subscribing and commenting. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, that's really all that I have. So it's a short one this week, but more stuff coming down the pipe. Going to be working on beer crates at some point out of the recycled IKEA shelving, as well as I know. I still have to get that drying rack done, but that will come in time. So yeah, everybody, I want to thank you again so very much. So this is Sammy the Thrifty Brewer saying, if you're going to do something, do it with a homebrew. And I'll cheers to that. And keep calm and brew on, everybody. Cheers, and thanks again so much for watching. Take care.